Hello, we're going to be talking about the World Wildlife Fund and why you should support it. So, the World Wildlife Fund is a fund that has basically been around since the 1960s, and its biggest deal is basically reserving wildlife, keeping the planet healthy, continuing to save endangered species, and to keep plastic and unnatural waste out of our ecosystems. All right. The now the World Wildlife Foundation has over 5 million members from over 50 countries around the world. Now, you have to understand this. 3 billion animals were killed or were displaced in the Australian wildfires. And it's important to note that Australia alone has many species of endangered animals. And thanks to the World Wildlife Fund, they've been going to Australia, they've been getting a lot of these endangered animals, and they've been moving them and bringing them in secure, safe areas. They've been taking the animals and refacilitating them, and they've been, our funds, the more people donate to the cause, the more they can do with reproductive services, get these endangered animals to make more babies, repopulate into healthy numbers again, etc., etc. And as well as this, we also must understand that the world we live in today is very, very polluted, more polluted than what people even realize. In fact, by 2040, there's going to be projected to have more plastic in the ocean than fish. All right, there's going to be projected to have more plastic in the ocean than fish. All right, the reason why this is bad is because 20 years after that, it's projected that all the fish are going to be gone. All right, there's going to be so much plastic that the fish wouldn't even have room. The fish would not even have room to swim. All right, and it gets deeper. It gets deeper. All this plastic in our oceans are getting eaten by turtles, sea turtles. They're getting caught up in the tentacles of octopuses and jellyfish and all these marine animals. Seals are getting them caught in their throats. Birds of all kinds are dying due to all this kind of plastic waste in our oceans. All right, and it's killing the entire ocean ecosystem. All right, but people don't care. You know why? Because we live on land. What do we have to worry about? Guess what? A lot of economic problems would take place if there's no more fish in the ocean. Obviously, you wouldn't have any fish to eat. The fishermen would not have any job. Come on now. It's and then not only would it look what affects the ocean also affects what goes on land. Seagulls and pelicans will not have any food. All right. Then the seal wouldn't have any food. Therefore, the polar bear wouldn't have any food. All of these are endangered animals. And look, guess what? The World Wildlife Foundation or the World Wildlife Fund is basically putting in the work to make sure that this plastic is not going into our oceans, because it will go in. If the plastic continues to go in our oceans, it will mess up the ecosystem as we know it. You have to understand that over 24 million tons, not pounds, tons of plastic is wasted each year. And the majority of this plastic goes where? Into our oceans. And guess what? When the trash and the plastic goes into the ocean and washes up onto the shore, then the sea turtle cannot even come on the shore to lay its eggs. Then we have a big problem with that, and the sea turtle is now an endangered species because of all the plastic waste. And then you have to deal with the seagulls not wanting to even deal with the beaches anymore. Then they're running out in numbers. The World Wildlife Fund is doing as much as they can to prevent problems like this. So there are many children as well that we must understand who've been supporting the World Wildlife Fund, because children especially don't like to see these animals go. Who wants to see the tiger go? Who wants to see the polar bear go? Who wants to see the great white shark just disappear? Who wants to see this? It's no child, and hopefully no grown up. And if children are one of the most popular supporters of the World Wildlife Fund, then grown-ups as well, like you, should want to support as well. Because the world would be a lot better place if the animals that were here before us got a chance to live. So support the World Wildlife Fund and make the earth a better place.